Elema is a Borana woman from the village of Gubalusi in the famous Great Rift Valley. The Borana are semi-nomadic pastoralists who live in southern Ethiopia along the Kenyan border. Among the Borana, the women and children take care of the livestock. During the dry season, the children fetch water from the clan's well, a dozen kilometers from the village. Elema has 3 children, 2 boys and a girl. Galgalo is 16 years old. Her parents are going to marry her soon. Wario, the youngest, is 11. He has never attended school. There aren't any in Gubalusi, and the family needs everyone. Duba has to buy a second camel for the long salt journey.
Agurim milaga.
So danda kada. Tu belaftilen pago. Tu kharalen era. Tu binilen dika. Me bui me. Bui.
Abu yakhut.
Bui.
لا جواب زلي.
بوي. هم سعديفي. شنطة مرسي خا يا كات.
يو خوت.
أو شنطة مرسي.
خالف هانم داري.
شنطة مرسي خا.
هانم داري.
بس لا سنالات.
يو خوت أقزم قوت.
سنالات بقى.
أقزم قوت.
سنالات.
أقزم قوت. ما قربوا ما له أتولاد.
أفرم قرب.
يو خوت.
أفرم قرب.
الخوت.
أفرم قرب.
هو سلته كبيرة قدي.
لك أفرم.
الخوت.
أفرم عندي.
خوت أبيه.
أفرم ده.
The camel is a crucial animal among the Borana. During migrations, it carries all of the family's property. The females produce a nourishing milk that fortifies the elderly and the ailing. Duba's ambition is to one day own a large herd of camels.
قال لكم كين. دانسا.
أغاني بيت.
هم أفرم بيت. هين نم. عن دانسا. كانوا مدينة كانوا عندي بدال قال دانسا.
Learning to travel is essential in the Borana culture. When a drought starts to kill the livestock, they must move on quickly, sometimes traveling very far. Wario has to learn how to travel long distances.
Milan bulti abran to kubule am gadebia. Achum de medu ba me achigale. Gar sodda sungal sum sodda lake soddit fudadde. Sod sun ach kharat taltalli sunim baye taltalli le gurguradde. Arbore le fa gurguradde birri gurgure am duba gadagala. Ori yabesa. E ori korkorada sanori to wadda. Khosille oli yarahara. Kanu mami.
Soddi garamisi.
Soddi ol. Uno me galle kararro.
Me gasum fugulaham.
Ol karidilo ladi kum kam khan.
Akasi. Nu garim be nu bitta tanaf gafan.
Karum dubulu kham bae. Dir me galle gararro bae. Boke sodda buye sod galan fudadde tini. Achin kara taltalli sun taltalli le gurguradde horbate tan cufa gurguradde. Achar bore le cufa wandi cufa gabwe.
Wana gana yo khessa ya annami khana nanami khan talli kota na khan kara iskula kam dokki.
Sodi kun guddo ori qaba. Bese guddo qaba. Annami lakkisuuniti. Ori sanumman qorqoradda agdande tanori badu uwa.
Warri gulang gulan dan sama kamu.
Bisalle nakaddi kuno deemulle dadhabini jajjabaadhi. Karaawwan akkan dheeraa takkan garre. Gaalaan qabattee deemtaa dilleen gaal tokko sit deemaani. Karaalleen guddoo dheeraa.
Inum gomti.
Yaaluf maduf.
Ya kubbaatte deemmatan.
Ni bitta hunilleen bitta
Inum taati.
buduunu tokko gaal.
Tataye.
Badaaso ninin geetti khaa badaaso.
Muyungal anagaya.
Ori jabeessa.
Jabeessa.
Ori jabeessa.
Amma munta yang mo.
Bu am burganamia. Burganamia.
Ayyan cufnaa ture. Soodnaadha ayyan cufnaa ture.
Tu quufii gali nagayaan gali miyyuu dhaqee miyyuu gali.
The salt journey will take Duba and his sons to the western borders of the Borana country, 200 kilometers away. They will cross a rugged region, a virtual desert, where water is extremely scarce. The first leg will take them to El Soda. The crater where salt is extracted is some 50 kilometers from Gubalusi. The land is practically flat. It will only take them a day and a half to reach the crater.
صوت أما إلي صوت دام مخان أما نمي خيجي سكون شفت أما صوت خيسا فورف صوت دخان والباس صوت دخان كراسوني والباس صوت دخان أما نمي دوفن خران كنا نمي وچين والباي بكتو دي
The Borana have extracted salt from this enormous deposit formed by the volcano as long as anyone can remember. It lies at the bottom of the El Soda crater lake. The men use poles with pointed tips to break up the lake bed. The mud forms a hard, compact, and thick crust. They have to work hard and hit it as hard as they can to crack it. When a man detaches a large enough block of mud, he sinks into the unbelievably salty water. He crouches on the bottom and, using his bare hands, hauls up a heavy black chunk he then brings to shore. The El Soda salt lake is both a salvation and a hell for the men who extract the salt. Extracting salt is back-breaking work. These men have to descend to the bottom of the crater their entire lives without any hope of doing anything else. It's a question of survival. The water contains so much salt, it is as corrosive as acid. It eats into cuts, which never heal. The men coat the smallest scratch with a layer of Vaseline, which keeps the water from directly contacting raw skin. They then attach pieces of simple plastic, like patches. The rags the salt workers wrap around their ankles and wrists don't offer much protection. They're part of a ritual of preparation, which puts off for a few extra minutes the difficult moment when they have to enter the water. The men prevent salt water from going up their noses, where it attacks the mucus, by plugging their nostrils with small bags filled with animal fat. They seal their ear canals with Vaseline. The men are in and out of the water all morning long. The salt extraction is highly regulated. The salt workers are all Borana. They belong to a tight-knit brotherhood that selects its members. This brotherhood has from 300 to 400 members. The salt workers go down to the base of the crater one after another and share the profits calculated on the number of times they go into the crater. Those suffering from rheumatism or who are too old to go into the water pack the salt in bags. It's still early, and the lake water is freezing. Exhausted or hungry men shiver, and sometimes one of them feels faint and has to be brought to the shore by his companions. The mud is quickly washed to remove the largest rocks. The bags weigh about 50 kilos. They're loaded on donkeys, which then climb to the upper edge of the crater.
Gan udah jamariam gan gargan kuresa dedi eja gargan kuresa dedi eja abang ki yalen diri mbo kum tano jada ganna ag am ganni sa sedetama am gan turbata me am gar turbata mi turba dabe rada bate gan turbata mi turba dabate dabe rada rafe furata jira ujin tuni mo yira kechu mo yo jettewa ngara chamale gar nagada maaminete gardhibi tidawrundan deetu garacha keetu yurranaftu uyitani mo branji jirate uyi bira barbadu fela uyi bira khabarbadu fedo khan tamare khani natamar tani khan tamak tamare wayana ko kaben way barbada orin kabu onin mo burra dali an furade bokum tana dali bin kabu uyi gudora kichodi uyi bira gardhi bira barbadu barbachis
yo arma gabu tarbiya tarargit yo armaad kalubu arma sulufta tolbaada ka adan jigat oda kanafi dalaga isira sagale isira dalaga si tama amma ganigi ya umate ganigi ya tolbaata meja amma gana wan libi hojjelle targite wana kana atiba haye changabu yo silada akayat ge silada war gadde argite yo silada war gadde huji ta arba rais la gar libi jiramu fadale.
The volcano is 250 meters deep. It takes Nura Kalisha a good half hour to climb the path winding up the side of the crater. Momin can't keep up the same speed. It takes him nearly an hour to reach the top. Nura Kalisha almost always waits for the old man, who reminds him of his own father.
Kakak nak cerita rumah.
Muk soddaan fuudhan. Soddaan buqqifatan. Warra sunti muk suniin sooddi sun buqqifata. Ammallee eelakkee jira. Muk sun qabate gulga bu'ee bisaan sun gasseenee lixe sooddi keessaa ol buqqisa. Hundoo sun cuftii dotteen. Lafti sun cufa gabbo ammallee dotii.
Nura Kalicha and Old Momin unload their salt in the storehouses lined up at the rim of the volcano. Several merchants buy salt from the Salt Worker Cooperative. Several months ago, two businessmen from Addis Ababa tried to get their hands on the salt business, but the salt workers rebelled. The two men were beaten severely. The salt is stored in structures open to the prevailing winds. It is kept there until it's dry and is ready to be sold. It loses its original black color as it dries, turning light gray. Depending on its purity, it is sold either for animal or for human consumption.
Ya, Nabaro.
Bara yu.
Kam lagi ni?
Lagi ni mana abo?
Dado.
Dah kam.
Yang lain urgaf tu.
Goftu sana goftu.
Soddi
Ma
kam
barba.
dah. Soddi barba.
Sodin kabo kono kontisa.
Sodda.
Lenis.
Soddi dansan kam dah.
So dansan dura kono kole dani.
Kole.
Kono kole.
Ye.
Kole kana acaru.
Soddi dansan kan.
Acaru kan.
Ye.
Dagete? Dubo ana namti bafur imbite.
Bete.
Nalle si warra barbadani.
Warra barbad.
Tanaf bite du batam.
Dansan
inshakil ta soddi durati.
Wari wasile nya.
Wari
Wari hola.
wari la tile.
Dansa.
Gatta. Loke sani dasani.
Dansa.
Wana kan tawam ya takram ingar. Dan sabab balon ke sani.
Dah salah.
Eh?
Dah salah.
Atinu fabo. Ame tale be to koti tunam nane biswe. Yo bit khare bingama. Wari lageta. Urba be. Am tanu mata fe. Ame baba kan tala. Lam. Sadi. Afu. Ye. Amma nagat sundaki. Gal sifa.
Ye ho gal na fa.
Armanu kau, armayu kau.
The real salt journey starts after El Soda. Wario will now have to prove himself, show his father and older brother that he too is a real Borana, a nomad who loves long adventurous trips over desert lands.
Warri nagar sari ke khani. Amudan ki dubur fu khan garte. Dan ki dubur fu khabar mu yak warri na khan garte. Amudan ki dubur fu khani. gaarii saarii ta'e amma kan asii galteeyyu tun goorra tun dillo tun gaar bilaalaati tun dubuluq tun gaar madhachooti abooqee madhachoo agartee kun amma eelsooddaati eelsooddaa kan kun eelsooddaati gaar bilaala kun dubuluq kun madhacho kun eelsooddaa kun eelsooddaati saarii.
Duba and his 2 sons are facing a full 5-day non-stop walk. They will eat rice and flour, and when they need to eat some meat, they will sacrifice the goat.
Tazan sabit, tazan sabit.
Ela tira doa. Gawat dessa lá.
Mari khoti bidru babe. Imam khoti bidru babe.
The Borana believe there are good and bad termite mounds. Duba is convinced that a benevolent spirit lives in the one he has chosen.
Yeroo fageessini?
Kan qabe akkan jedhu.
Yeroo fageessi. Masaa ammaa yoo fakki qabe. Yala gatti qaba.
Đây. Cắt đây. Vừa thế đây bạn. Orang kan cuma dana.
Orang urut am. Orang urut sudah.
Orang itu nak.
Am orang urut sudah.
Soda tamir dia.
Soddi garamam.
Sodi ol. Sodi acol. Eli soda macol. Am soda cibitan.
Arborena cenduf tam. Taltalle.
Arboren in duft. Arboren in duft. Syai juga.
Yalla saya masih bus. Koban.
Kara cufanin bu. Kara dagagatin bu.
Karena agak mau ada cok.
Kara madda co afurishan lenga.
Oni so dana mucuba gurgur mo nam gurgur je.
Nami cufinong gurgur. Namu mugudda ka. Namu mugudda ka. Gari sulen gararre yeda. Gari dala cisu. Gararre yeda.
Abba kitarki.
Armaci ni giricu. Girisa.
At one time, the Madacho crater was filled with water, but the drought in the region was so severe the lake disappeared underground. The Borana who raise cattle around the crater had to dig deeper and deeper wells. The Borana wells, nicknamed the Singing Wells, are famous throughout the Horn of Africa. Digging at the Madacho wells started over 60 years ago. The structures are constantly changing. It's nearly 50 meters from the mounds of dirt surrounding the well to the water deep below in the ground. Six men pass buckets from hand to hand, bringing the water up to an intermediate reservoir. From there, 3 men fill the water troughs. The repetitive chants that resonate in the well are work songs. They create a rhythm that keeps everyone working at the same pace. The wells are cleaned out at the start of the dry season, and during the first few weeks, the water is still muddy. Water is so scarce and so valuable here that people drink it as it comes, muddy or not. The camels can now walk for a full week without drinking any more water, while cows, sheep, and donkeys have to come to the well every 2 days. Each well belongs to a clan and is run collectively. The herds come to the well according to an organized schedule. The clan's young men draw up the water, and they also make sure it remains operating correctly, which requires a great deal of work. People who are not members of the owner clan, like Duba and his sons, can bring their animals to drink, but they must first ask permission from the owners and give something in exchange. Duba and his sons are now embarking on the most dangerous part of the trip. The dry lake of Chubahir, which the Borana call Chalbi, is a no man's land where cattle thieves lurk. Here the Borana and Hamer fight over pasture lands and water with guns. There are frequent clashes between the two enemies. Wario has walked the entire day alongside the camels. He's exhausted and sore all over.
Musikari kan kotte. Kan itu. Ini tadi lihat. Ada nih kan. Kau berhenti nih. Bas sama toko mako. Toko orang set. Lain wang. Najeni barara. Kaya. Kam najeni barara. Dado. Ya mangga fadang.
Kaisa duftani
Ya, ibari.
Marma.
Ya, arda kam?
The young Borana spend several years working for their people, defending the territory against rival groups. Trained by experienced warriors, they are, in effect, performing their military service.
Atan golollet Malaya taka Korea le fa beji.
Korea le jaga buat.
Aga boy.
Lagan Korea tu belum.
Oh.
Sam boleh sunjala suni soni di.
Ya boleh.
Tahu ni.
Adi tu kaisa boleh engkau.
Ada boleh tu kau cantu ni.
Ya gobo
Bobo kap suni ni.
Ada sore si.
Ada orang aku ini kontur tet ni.
Ada ilmu ni. Kau ngerti mudi. Tahu ni sias.
Tahu ni sias ni. Kundam pan ni. Dampan kanan ni. Pakisan ulen dan padam pakor pakisan. Ulen bisa kan tahu sulle kara dula je sam. Ado sungkan macam ulen sungai tu tak sakit. Kau tak je tu.
Despite Wario's fatigue, Duba and his sons set off again. They will cross the Chalbi farther down. Duba and his boys have reached one of the many shelters under the rocks scattered all around the lake. All that remains are a few mosquito-infested puddles. The banks of the Chuba here have been inhabited from time immemorial. The walls of the shelter are covered with prehistoric engravings of antelopes, giraffes, and elephants. The rock fortresses around the lake have always provided shelter to hunters. Duba and his sons were in need of meat to boost their energy. Galamdida has sacrificed the goat. Wario understands and doesn't say anything.
Harumar marokan anggabuye laga tancu fori borana jira loonilleen reelleen fori biyya laga tapala tancufa qubate jira gaafas armuma gabbuye biyyi tancu fi maltuulle dhufe ammallee waa gurgurachuulle deema waan kan cufaa dhufe amma duuba lafti tun gaafas kun amara kanaaf boran kan jidduu rakkoo jira warri kun waliin dhagahu warri boranaa laga tan jira kaalleeni kutaa salfaa marra kan dheeta in salfata bisaan kan cufa nama gubbaa bula amarfaa tachiin dhufe loon namirra fudhati jedhani ufirraa eegani gubbaa bulan guyyaa tokko achuma deemee laagaa goda bonayya suniin bahe warri sulleen duuba martaan sodaata salpha dhaqate lafta naan baanaani nuyi amara garree jedhe ijoolleen gameen baqattee galte nami yaa dhufee amartii nu duultee nami nam diddami wayiiti ufuma hiddii gatataa ufuma saalaa kan cufa dhate nyaataa millateellee nu laaluu jette baqatteellee yaa galte. Wari kai gargara yana kai. Urba kai. Ya. Bisaan kunin. Ito. Bisaan ito kan. Tani taoni.
Di kanan gak sini dulu.
Dan tahun.
Jadi kalau malam sama.
Kalbi tabala. Gari udang gamas bulan juga gara marah. Mengerti? Turmi. Arma mengerti? Nami amma gara marah semua ciga tu. Dula pada emu heru. Amma yon arma dema. Itu kabari fatani kerti. Yon dema. Alkan kerti. Saati kudan. Saati sagai.
The Chalbi is one of the hottest places on the planet. The Borana have great respect for the sun. They're looking for shelter before their shadows get too small. It's 11 in the morning, and it's 50 degrees in the shade. Duba and his sons take a break. They have to drink a little, but regularly, to keep from getting dehydrated.
हमारा खोके है याने दबारे तुर्मी को तो गोला है याने दबारे तुर्मी काचा बोता अंका हुए आधा अंका बट armaan deebisi cufin guuri fiixu dhuba akkumaan akkanitti caasii deebisi asiin gashi wal qabadde am cufalti jaqabii mormi jala baafadhachi.
Loading a camel is both very simple and very complicated. If the pack saddle moves, it can injure the animal.
Okay, gama kan qabu.
The camel always complains that the ropes are too tight.
irri caasa. Kalchoorri caasa. Waan jedhu. As qabadha.
Wario has performed the exercise reasonably well. He knows how to balance the load on the camel's back. After an exhausting 5 days of walking, the three have finally crossed the fearsome Chubahir. Arbore is on the other side of the hill. Wario has managed very well. The village of Arbore is named for the people who live there, the Arbore, who live in harmony with all their neighbors. The village is a haven of peace in this region of conflicts. All the people who live around Chubahir can walk around without fear, and lifelong enemies mingle here. The market is held every Monday morning under the trees at the southern edge of the village. No one has seen a camel at the market for a long time, and the arrival of Duba's animals arouses great interest. The Hamer women who live on the river's west bank sell tomatoes here. The Arbore offer coffee pulp. The Samai buy firewood. The Konso, who are traditional enemies of the Barana, sell corn and sorghum. Even though the weapons have been temporarily set aside, no one forgets who is who.
No. Anarsi. Anarsi borani. Anarsi borani. Yo yo.
Duba doesn't have anything to worry about at the market, but he's a cautious man by nature and so refuses to admit his ethnic background. The RC are not at war at the moment. No one has seen any salt on the Arbore market for a long time. Lots of people are surprised.
No lenta, no lenta.
The news has traveled through the market, and customers are lining up. Duba's gamble has paid off. his salt is a huge success.
Jigura wale. Sodu gutta. Jigura wale. Jigura wale.
Udah lama pulang.
With the money he has made, he can give his young daughter a beautiful wedding.
Wariu. Amma sooddakan alla malaa gurguran. Wati wando mana qabdi. Mani si akkam jirti. Amama. Inni akkam amama. Filminaaga. Anta dansa. Wayaa qabdi arbooree dhufirra. Arbooree moo amarti. Arbooree illee itullu midhatti. Dhiiri moo nadhee takkanidha. Lafti sun duuba. Lafti sun dansa. Isin maaf dansa. Argalle. Dansa. Buleelee xixiqqoo sun garte. Waan buleelee xixiqqoo sun hin taatini. Diida mukiin ittiin baane iyyuu takkayyuu muka achitti hin dhalanne. Bisee dhibii. Sooddakan fa'a badalla fa'a cufa. Gaalaaf fa'a dhiiga diindeebi. Eega diindeebi. As gurguran. Asii keessa akka yaayaanee galgalla. Magaluullee ageenya. Ammi yoo rabbi jedhamu magalayyaanii. Tabarat. Waan saamaan akkasillee